Hi, and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. Wherever you are tuning in today, thank you so much, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening. I am Nay from Intuitive Readings, and I'm a psychic medium. And I help people find peace and purpose by connecting them with spirit to receive healing messages and to empower them to bring positive change into their lives. And I thought it might be nice today to, I suppose, explain a little bit about how messages come through to me, and in fact, how messages come through to all of us, because anyone can do this. This is not, this gift is not unique to me. This is something we're all born with. It's not extraordinary. In fact, it's completely natural. How you tap in or what your communication to spirit looks like is unique to you, but generally everyone can do it. So one of the most common techniques to communicate or receive communication from spirits is clairvoyance, which you may have heard of. So that is your ability to see messages from spirit. For me, that presents as usually little short video clips, but sometimes pictures as well. And I just deliver exactly what I see to the person that I'm reading for, and they explain to me how it sort of fits in their life. Other times, so there's clairsentience as well, and this is the feeling of spirit. And a number of clients say to me that, particularly when people have passed over, that they almost feel like they're in the room with them, or they might feel goosebumps when they think about them. That's a common one, actually, feeling goosebumps. And that is also a way that spirit will communicate with us as well. More subtly than that, though, I have you can physically feel things too. So I remember years ago now, I was doing a reading for a lady who her grandmother had come through, and her grandmother gave me an object to hold, and I put my hands out, and I felt, much to my horror, I just felt something slithering across my hands with scales, and she had handed me this snake, and this snake was actually a very much loved, a dearly missed member of the family, who the person I was reading for was hoping would come through. So, grandma was just a bonus, really. But yeah, so that's clairsentience, the ability to feel things. There's clairaudience, so hearing things. You might hear conversations, or someone might just say a few words. For me, particularly if I'm getting names, I hear things in waves. So I might hear a W and an E, and I know, okay, well, I've got a female, so it might be Winnie, it might be Whitney, and then I look to the person that I'm reading for to sort of determine what it is that I've heard there. There's clairgustance, so tasting things. That can be, I remember years ago too, I had a gentleman in spirit give me the most beautiful sweet strawberry I've ever tasted. And it turns out he was actually a strawberry farmer. And so that's how he was communicating to me what he did, and something that he loved. Another gentleman I tasted seawater, or just salty water, and it turns out that he swam in the ocean daily. His wife told me. So, yeah, so that is clairgustance. There's claircognizance, so just a knowing. People often call this, just your gut knowing. I remember years ago people saying to me, how did you know? How did you know that, your firstborn would be a son? And I just knew somehow. It's very difficult to articulate that one. Clairalience, so that's smelling. So some people might report that they could smell like someone's perfume. I'll often smell tobacco for people, and so I know that they would smoke with a pipe, which is different to if they smoked cigarettes. I see smoke. So just a little nuance there for me, but yeah, that's how that comes through. And the reason I'm sharing these examples is because I'd like you to consider in your own life how spirit communicates with you. Is it visually? Do you hear things? Do you think that did you feel something? When you think of those in spirit that you love, what messages are you receiving from them in that moment? Is it memories? Are they showing you memories? So yeah, do think on that, because we all do have this ability. It's certainly not unique to me. So I know someone has been waiting very patiently on the line. We have Gail in Kentucky,
Hello.
USA. How are you going, Gail?
I'm doing great, thank you.
And what can I do for you today?
Well, are you a medium?
Yeah, that's correct. You're live.
Okay. Are you a medium?
I am, yes.
Okay. I have several that I've lost that were very close to me, so I was wondering if any of them would come through, any spirits.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me a moment to connect in.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Just give me a moment to connect in, Gail. Okay. And I do feel as though there's a gentleman's energy that comes in through for you, Gail, and I feel as though this might be a spouse. Is your spouse in spirit?
Well, we were engaged. He's in spirit.
Okay. Okay, because this gentleman is stepping through and he makes me aware. Okay, so he is making me aware of planning, wedding planning as well. And he is showing me in particular like shoes, something to do with the shoes there. And it's like a shining of shoes. Please.
Uh,
Okay,
well,
because I do feel
because I fell because I didn't have shoes on. I wonder if that could have anything to do with it. Just recently.
okay. Just bear with me. I'll just see what I can pick up from him. Okay, he's making me aware of, as well, when I ask about what he did in this life, he is making me aware of a big, I don't feel as though it kind of looks like a factory to me, somewhere, working somewhere industrially. And he's
Yes,
showing me
that's
like,
how we met.
okay, in the workplace. Okay. So he is making me aware of that. And bringing up the relationship between you and his parents as well, particularly his mother.
Well, they lived in a different state, so it wasn't great or anything, but we did go and stay with them for a little while.
Because he is making me
Okay.
aware that she's very fond of you.
Oh, well, good. I didn't
And
know.
it was almost for him, it was almost as though that was a really important part of for him to receive that confirmation, because he was crazy for you, and to receive that sort of acceptance from his family was really important to him. So making me aware of that. What is this, please? Okay, in terms of messages, because he is making me aware of relationships that you've had since then as well.
They haven't been good.
He is making me aware of those, and it's almost as though there is a confidence level there, or a lacking of confidence. It's almost as though he's saying, I'll just explain this how he's delivering it to me. It's almost as though there's an expectation, or I don't feel sort of deserving of something, and that's why it's been really difficult to find sort of my pot of gold in this space. So I do want to ask what it is that you can do to sort of unblock here. Okay, and what he's telling me, so I hear the word proud, and he's actually showing me now too the Six of Wands. So, so what he's explaining here is just to be proud of who you are, and to love yourself.
Okay.
Because that's
okay.
who you love. And it's going to be when you start, and also, okay, so just making me aware as well as a self-care and loving yourself, because that will actually change the energy around who you're attracting into your life at the moment.
Okay.
I do feel as though there is romantic potential coming in for you as well, and that is near future.
Oh.
When is that?
Well,
and this does feel like, this does feel as though it is a really strong companionship with this person, and he is making me aware July for that as well. I feel as though this person does come in companionship, so as a friend at the beginning, but there is potential for romance there as well. And I'm just going to pull from my tarot deck to see how you can bring that in sooner. Oh, that was quick. Okay, and they're actually showing me, so I'm getting the Six of Pentacles here, which is like the giving card for me. And I do feel as though this person you meet in, it's almost like a benevolent setting where you're both like either volunteering or doing something for the community. It's a meeting of someone whose values are aligned. And by doing these things, and here's saying community as well. So it is someone that you don't currently know, that you meet out and about doing things for the community. And being involved in something where, so I don't know if you have anything planned where you're going to be a part of a group of people where you're sort of giving things out or meeting new people, but it is that is the setting that he's explaining to me. It's like the two of you are, donate your time to do something, and that's how this meeting happens, or how you can accelerate the meeting. Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like me to ask? Oh, actually, I do get the letter R comes up for him as well. Was that one of his initials?
The letter R?
That's right, R for Romeo.
Okay.
That might be someone, if that's not his initial, that might be the gentleman that comes in for you, okay? So the letter R, so perhaps just park that and hold on to it, okay?
All right.
Is there anything else you'd like me to ask him while I have him here?
Has he seen Shauna?
Beg your pardon?
Has he seen Shauna?
He's seen Shauna. This comes through as a bit of a sisterly energy as well. Is this a sister of yours or a very close friend?
Oh, that was my daughter, and he knew her here.
Okay. Because I do feel as though he is there with another female as well. But she's sort of in her, she feels a bit older, like in her 20s or so. That's how he's presenting her to me.
Okay.
And he's showing me hands holding as well. So it's almost like in my care, okay? So they are there together in spirit. And all of our loved ones are in spirit together looking over us. So nothing to query there. Well, thank you so much, Gail, for your call today. Unfortunately, that concludes my reading today and the show. But there are several other wonderful light workers coming up. So please stay tuned, and thank you so much for connecting in today.